Who alive can't put me in a box. I redefine any definition you got. I am the tiger, I'm making steps.
Hi everyone, and
Hello.
welcome back to another podcast, number 2. We're back for another episode. What's happened since we've last been here?
Well, obviously we've done a TikTok. We've made a TikTok channel, and we've got about 200 subscribers so far.
Nearly, I think we're about 193 followers on TikTok. Our goals to get to 200, definitely.
And then 300. And then on YouTube, we have 12 subscribers so far. Obviously, most of them are family and friends, so thank you very much for that. But we all got to start somewhere,
didn't we? Off someone,
yes, yeah.
Which we really appreciate all the nice comments.
Yeah. And the support.
Yeah, definitely. It does help a lot having nice comments and support, and even just like strangers on the internet actually liking and commenting on your stuff on TikTok and following. And I feel like there's a massive support movement on like TikTok lately, isn't there? A lot of people are trying to support people who are starting out and try and get their following up, which I think is really nice. I thought it was going to be a bit more of a more daunting thing on TikTok.
Yeah, obviously it's we've all got to start somewhere, and we said we'd see where this goes, and the sky's the limit, so why not? We like doing it. We've had positive feedback, so we'll keep doing it until too many people tell us to stop, I suppose.
Yeah, I find it's boring.
Yeah, but obviously YouTube's harder than TikTok, I think, because TikTok is more of a, you just want to sit and scroll, whereas YouTube, you've got to sit and focus and really search or look for certain things, and concentrate, whereas TikTok you could be half interested or whatever.
I definitely found that we've had to trial and error with TikTok, because at first we started posting a bit more of the longer videos, and then we had feedback saying that actually people 9 times out of 10 are on the toilet when they're watching TikTok, which is fair enough.
Was it bed scrolling or something?
Yeah, doom scrolling in the middle of the night, and they don't really want to watch 1 to 3 minute long videos. It's got to be short and snappy, and I feel like we're having to really get used to that concept of making things short and snappy.
Yeah,
it's hard, isn't it? It's harder than it looks. It really is. Like, I feel like a lot of people just think, oh, do you know what? I'd love to quit my job and just do content all day, which is what we said at the start. But it's harder than it looks. It really is.
It is. So the people, like I say, when we've said before, the people who do this full time, who do have a team behind them, obviously it's easier. But for people who are just individuals or couples trying to do that, it is trying to cater for that market as well. But let's just see where we go. Like I say, it is harder than it looks, but it is what it is. But it's not quite Sunday, so we haven't got Sunday anxiety yet.
Not yet, but I do feel
that will kick in again. It will kick in harder for you because you just had a week off.
I know. I feel like it's already. I think it's prematurely starting now because I've had the week off work.
Yeah.
So I feel like my Sunday anxiety is starting to creep in a little bit early because I'm dreading it more.
Yeah, you've got a week worth of no one doing your job to come back to, I suppose.
Yeah.
Just a weekend when the business would have been shut in your department anyway.
Yeah. I think having time off is worse. I think it's worse having a week off than it is just the weekend, for sure, because you obviously, like you said, you're off longer. No one, like the position that I'm in, no one does my job for me, really. So when I go back, I'll just have a mountain of work to do, and yeah, it's not ideal, and you just dread it, and it's almost not worth taking the time off sometimes, because you just think like, yeah, I've had a nice week off, but my work's just double, so what was the gain in that? So
yeah, we mentioned it before, when no one does your work for you, it's there when you come back. It's harder to go back to work. My work is busy as it is, and I'm the only person that does that. But in my industry, I'm starting to see a lot more people who are starting to feel the effects of the amount of work pressure, and obviously everyone has the home life pressures and whatever they have, but when it all comes too much, then it just becomes too much to bear, and you have to put your hand up and just say, I'm struggling, regardless of ego, regardless of how much you think you can deal with it. We're all human, we all have a breaking point. and the strongest fall or the strongest hurt.
It's been quite a challenging week for you at work this week, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot to be said about, like, lately mental health in corporate jobs and like, general like working for companies and stuff. I found that the more people I'm speaking to, the more people are really struggling at the moment. I feel like it's quite more common than not recently. People are just really like up here with it, aren't they? And just had enough. I don't know what it is lately, but it's not just one place of work, because obviously we work, separate places, and separate industries and stuff. And I know people at my work who are just struggling, who just need a break. And yeah, it's quite common, which is really sad. And
yeah, I mean, it's obviously the way that the world is going at the moment with inflation and the way that everything costs a fortune and all that sort of stuff. It's still the pressures of, we need to be more busy, we need to make more money as a business. We're not hiring more people, we need to save, so you need more work. It's like, when does it? My cup's already full, it's 100%, but you're trying to pour more in. Something's either got to give, because it can't keep coming that way. And not just me personally, this is lots of people in the department or industry or whatever it is, but yeah, you start to hear a lot more about it, even in local news or through friends and family or whatever it may be. It just seems to be like that with everyone at the moment. But
I think mental health in these past few years, especially after COVID, has been a more bigger thing than ever before. But I really think even just this past year, it's gone up again. I do feel like it's even more of an issue. I think obviously we've had our fair experience of that, like, in the family lately, with mental health, and yeah, it's quite worrying. But it's got to be, everyone's just got to speak up, talk to each other. I think we've just got to be here for each other more now than ever before, I think. And yeah, it's quite a scary time, but yeah.
Do you ever feel that you inadvertently take your work home with you, or do you feel as though you can leave it at the door?
Yes, I think obviously when I worked where you still work, I used to take a lot of that stress and pressure home with me. I think just because of the workload that I had in that position that I was in,
Right.
I used to take a lot of the stress home. Like, in terms of, I used to just think about how much work I had the next day, and I'd like lose sleep overthinking about the amount of work I had, and just kind of worrying that I wasn't going to get all my work done by the end of the week, and just thinking, I'm off to do overtime and stuff like that. I think the job that I'm in now, where I work now, I leave it at the gate a lot more, and I take it home less. I think just because my workload isn't as bad as it used to be.
Okay.
So I definitely think my mental health is better in this job that I'm in now, 100%. I think because we've got more people in my department now where I work than I did where you work. It's hard to not say the name of where the places are. It's so natural. But yeah, there's more support and more staff. And I think the workload's evenly spread. So not really. I think the only time I ever really take anything home with me is in terms of just thinking about the next week and having to actually go to work. But the place itself, no. Do you?
No, I mean, because of the industry that I worked in for 15 years, especially when I was a salesman, obviously it turns you into it does turn you into a selfish person. People will consider an arsehole, fair enough. But if you do your job right, organised, and you don't need to exaggerate or lie or anything stuff like that, then you don't have to worry about the work general in itself. But it was the fact that because you're not self-employed, but you have to treat your job like you are self-employed, you can't help, and every salesman would say that, you can't help but think, because if you're not there, you're not making money. That's how you're programmed. And if you go to the toilet, technically, every second you aren't on that shop floor, you aren't making money. If you aren't speaking to someone, obviously there's no one to speak to. My point is, if you go to the toilet and you miss someone walking or someone else gets them, I would forever curse myself. I'd
That's so annoying.
It's absolutely brutal that you've got to be so thick-skinned working in that industry, but you can't help but not take it home with you. As in, sorry, what I'm trying to say is you can't help but not think about it constantly.
Yeah.
Like coming in your days off when you're not guaranteed a sale or whatever it may be, but you're still coming in on that day off, which we mentioned in our previous podcast. But like on holiday, you can't help but think, how's the place doing? I hope they're not doing good, because if that means they're doing good, it means I could have done better.
Like imagine landing a sun lounger in Spain and then
it just doesn't go
of all the sales that you're missing. How
it
that must interrupt your holiday so much. It must ruin it.
You just try and block it out. And well, it got to the point where I was just like I have to enjoy a day off. I have to, I can't work 7 days a week for the rest of my life. I've got to have 6 1 week, 5 the next, 6 1 week. So because I got that organised and whatever it may be, I just had to say to people, I can't do that day. I can't do that day. Can you? And if they do, it is what it is. Sometimes I make the odd, but yeah. But now with my current job, I learned how to manage that work-life balance. My work-life balance, I very much appreciate. It's brilliant because you do have to dedicate your work time to work and your home time to home. So now I don't feel stressed or take it home with me.
Compared to working in sales though, and obviously like you say, not really having a day off and when you do feel guilty for it, the work-life balance that you have now Monday to Friday now of 9 till 5, you can't really grumble at.
No.
Like, I mean, even for me now, I know we complain about work quite a lot, and I know that I'm always like, I don't want to go to work. But when I think about my work-life balance now compared to when I used to work in healthcare, oh boy, like 100 times better.
Yeah.
Like having that structure of Monday to Friday, 9 till 5, I'm so grateful for, although I complain about all the other stuff. But yeah, I'm quite grateful that I have that balance and I'm off every weekend, off every bank holiday, off, Christmas, stuff like that. And sometimes I would miss out on those things because I'd be working. And I think then I did actually take my work home with me when I worked in healthcare. I think because I worked in mental health years and years ago, I definitely took that home with me. That was a really stressful job. Hats off to people who work in healthcare, because it is probably one of the hardest industries to work in and not take things home with you. Yeah.
But so you've had a week off. What have you done with it?
What have I done with my week off? So, I mean, Monday to Wednesday, me and my dad, bless him, have been renovating my built-in wardrobe in the spare room to maximise the space, because when it got built, it was just...
You and Big C?
Yeah, me and Big C, Big Col. So, yeah, we renovated that, so that's nearly done. We've just got a few drawers put in, but yeah, loving that. He's done a really good job with that, hasn't he? It's class.
Yeah, he has.
I have sent my car in for its MOT in service. Let's not talk about how much that cost me. I think that's probably one of the most expensive MOT in services I've had to date since I've been driving. So it's been quite a soul crusher for me this week in terms of the money I've had to spend on my car. And I only needed 4 new tyres and an MOT in a major service, but still, it's a shock to the old bank account, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So I've done that. I'm going to pick that up today. It's been in there for 3 days. Poor girl. She'll be missing me. And then we've been for lunch with my gran and dad today, haven't we?
Yeah.
To the cafe in the village. Unreal food.
That was lovely. And then
beautiful.
This morning we went to a golf fitting.
We did. That was actually quite fun.
I bought some new clubs for the first time. And
your bank account's screaming.
And yeah, that was just...
Both our bank accounts are screaming this week.
Nearly triple what your car cost. But,
I know, yeah. You spent more on your golf clubs this week than I have spent on my cars. Cars.
But that's another video. I'll go through my clubs in another
video. We'll do a separate video on his golf clubs.
But, I'm still getting into it. I'm still enjoying it. And it's lovely to get out there and bits and bobs. But the ones I had were just old and tatty, and I need a new set that can call me on and whatever. But yeah, love that. So
it was a really nice place we went to this morning for the golf club fitting, wasn't it?
So,
really different. I wasn't expecting it to be where it wasn't, it to look like how it did.
No.
Quite a cool little setup they have going on in there, isn't it?
It was very unorthodox, very not what you would expect, but because I've had the lessons, and the The instructor told me where to go, that they look after me, and they've done a grand job. So shout out Truck Tour Golf.
Is that what they're called? Truck Tour Golf?
Truck Tour Golf, yeah. Shout out to them.
Good lads as well, aren't they?
Good lads, yeah. Very knowledgeable.
Today?
Luke,
yeah, he was nice, wasn't he? Really helpful.
Spot on.
Give me a nice chair to sit on, so I was happy.
And but yeah, really informative, really helpful. You know, because I'm still new, wasn't there just to say, oh, you need the most expensive clubs and that'll do you. You know, they took me through everything with the different size grips and, you know, the driver and, you know, different hybrids and, you know, a lovely little putter and things like that. So
he didn't try to rip your eyes out either, did he? Like, he just recommended what he thought was best for you. He didn't try and sell you, you know, loads of different golf clubs. He took time to pay attention to what you needed, didn't he?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I was impressed with the service and the experience, even though it wasn't even my session.
No, but it was. But yeah, so really enjoyed that. But for the rest of the year, what have you or me or we got to look forward to?
I mean, we're in July now.
It flew. We're in July. It's the end. Almost the end of July, and
isn't that crazy how quick this year's gone?
It has flew.
It's scary.
It has flew. We've had decent weather. We've also had very strange.
It's felt like the past 2 to 3 days. It's felt like we're in Spain. Not even gonna lie. It's felt like when you've left that, like when you leave the house, like you're walking off an aeroplane. Mm-hmm. That's how warm it's been. I've really struggled with my sleep the past couple of days. But since we're in July, I mean, obviously we've got September to look forward to.
You're going on holiday, aren't you?
I'm going on holiday with my dad and my grandma.
Gran Canaria?
Gran Canaria in September on the 2nd, but the day before, we're going to pick up Jamie's new RS.
RS3, yes, I've ordered it, so that'll be on a 75 plate, so I'll be going to collect that.
Exciting. Are you excited?
Yes.
Even I'm excited.
I've ordered a carbon Vorsprung, so top of the range with all the extras, including the bucket seats. I think the only thing I didn't get was ceramic brakes, because there's no need to. And yeah, so we'll do a different video on that.
Definitely film it.
We'll get the train down and then we'll drive that back. And then we've got other bits and bobs planned.
We've got Will Smith at the end of August.
Yeah.
Going to see him. That'll be exciting.
In Scarborough, yeah.
And then we have in November
2 things. We've got the
Five concert,
yeah. So they're blast from the past. I used to love them growing up. And then we've got another podcast that I like. It's Will and Ralph. So Ralph Little and Will Miller used to be in 2 pints of lager, packet of crisps. They've got their own podcast tour. So we've managed to get tickets for that, which is local as well.
Hey, you never know. We might be doing our own podcast tour at some point in the future.
And invite them.
Yeah, invite them.
Yeah,
imagine if we actually did. That would be hilarious. I could actually imagine me and you doing a podcast tour. I think we'd be quite funny. Not gonna lie.
Well, everything would be. You'd love to do everything, wouldn't we? But it just
that'd be such a fun job. Just touring the world, just doing a live podcast. I must be mint that. Let's get a kind of bit money for doing that. How much for the tickets?
I think about 30 quid each, something like that. Weren't massively expensive, but I watched them when it was COVID. They were just doing their podcast on like not FaceTime, Teams or Zoom or whatever it was.
Really?
Yeah, because Ralph Little was working in St Lucia because he was in the program. Death in Paradise. He was the detective. He was the lead role in that. So they were doing, and then when he came back over to England, then they were in a pub, and then they had their own podcast studio and stuff like that. But also we're going to go to Jeremy Clarkson's.
I forgot about that.
What's it called? Diddley Squat Farm.
Oh, do you know what? I can't wait for that.
So we'll go down there in the RS. So we'll go to his
kid in a sweet shop, mate.
Yeah, we'll go to the because we love the.
We love the series, don't we?
The series.
I hope I bump into Caleb or something. I would actually cry.
Yeah, Caleb would be class. Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to speak to him.
And then and then hopefully go to the pub as well.
Yeah, we need to book that, don't we? Because apparently it fills up really fast.
Yes, so I think but you can't book. You can only book it for the month after month before.
Right.
So like the 1st of August, you get all of September dates.
Right. I
So
see.
you only book it like next month in advance.
Right.
And it's usually the weekends are usually full, but during
We're
the
going
weeks,
during the week, aren't we? So we might be in luck.
Yeah.
Might not be too busy.
yeah. But I mean, it's a canny drive down, but
How long does it take to drive?
I think it might be about 3 or 4 hours. I think I
I
can't
just
remember.
hope the roads are okay with your right.
Well, they'll have to be. Yeah, but obviously there's a lot of car enthusiasts who like Jeremy Clarkson who go and they take all their
To
cars
there. Oh.
there.
I just
'cause
thought,
their
like
car
imagine
park's
the
always
roads
full.
being really like.
Well, the roads
country
are crap,
roads.
let's face it. I don't know what we've.
I mean, the crap around here anyway. Let alone down there. Probably be better down there actually. Because they've done a shoddy job around the corner from us, haven't they?
But yeah, so we've
Yeah.
got quite a few things to look forward to.
Is that everything? And then obviously it'll just be Christmas
Then we
after
come to
that.
Christmas,
God.
won't it?
Honestly. Before we know it, the Christmas tree will be going up. How early is too early to put your Christmas tree?
Yo! I never come in last place. I got the RS3. Who wants the drag race? 400 horses. I got the sick pace. And when I come first, I want to see your bitch face.
Wow. That was actually really good, that. Is that freestyle?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Is that what you're
I've
going to...
I've got no more left in the tank. Nothing left there.
There's Jimmy's random rap of the day.
Yeah, so I'll
Random
try
rap of
to
the day,
do
that could
one.
be our thing.
I'll try to do one every time I can.
Every podcast, random rap of the day.
Something like that.
In the most inconvenient time, like in the middle of a sentence.
Yes. But it's just to get your reaction so you can... You know what I mean?
Just for that screenshot of my face every time you scare me when you do it.
Basically.
But yeah,
But yeah,
how early is too early for a
one.
Christmas tree, by the way? Because we need to agree on this. Because if I'm putting my Christmas tree up at like end of November, you better not complain.
First of December. Christmas month.
Last weekend of November. Yeah, and then it's,
Well,
up,
if it's
and then
like-
it's up for the first.
Yeah, if it's the first on a Monday, then fair enough. But like, if it's the first on a Friday, then you put it up the second or the third on the weekend. wouldn't you?
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Well, if it was up to you, you'd have a Christmas wreath on your door all year round.
Absolutely. I'd have the Halloween on one now. Oh my! By the way, if you're a Halloween/autumn fan, get yourself down to the range and Home Bargains and TK Maxx. Me and my best friend went yesterday for a little look around. Didn't buy anything. I didn't buy anything.
I didn't go with you.
Yeah, no, because it's a girls thing.
Ah, so not your best
Me
friend.
Me and Charlotte have this thing where we walk around the range, TK Maxx, Home Bargains. There'll be so many viewers that will know what I'm on about. Loads of people do it, and we don't buy anything. We just window shop, and look at all the nice home decor. And there was
Did you buy anything?
no, I didn't buy anything. I was good because I thought I'm always, an early shopper for seasons, but I thought July's a bit early for Halloween stuff for me. That's pushing it.
Right.
But there was a lot of nice Halloween autumn stuff out, and I was nearly tempted to get some stuff, but I didn't. I was good. You'd be proud of me. You should be proud. But yeah, there's some good stuff out this year, so I will be.
The past is the past. Get in the fucking bag. With 2 new people taking off their fucking masks. When you moan, is it the hormones I asked? This whole place has turned into a war zone. Verdansk. Oh my
Oh!
You don't even know what that means. You don't even
Get
know
yourself
what that
on
means.
Britain's Got Talent, hun, because
No,
wow.
when people play Call of Duty Warzone, Verdansk is the place
See, that's just wasted on me. I wouldn't know. Sorry, I don't play Warzone.
Count yourself lucky, that's 2 in 1 video.
That's 2 random rap of the days. You said that was all you had in the tank earlier. That was
Rap of the day.
rap of the day. Ooh,
McDonald's will be an
sweet chili
case.
chicken wrap. I love a sweet chili chicken wrap.
RAP of the day.
I've not had one in a while actually.
No, that is my favourite actually. That is my
Sweet
favourite.
chili chicken is the elite.
Yeah.
I will not have anyone say otherwise. The barbecue one I'm not really keen on. I'm a bit funny with barbecue sauce, aren't I? You like barbecue sauce on the base of your pizza, and I'm not keen.
Yeah, every now and again.
Always be tomato puree. Too sweet.
Let's talk about food. We're going to talk about food on the pod, haven't we?
Ooh, food.
Favourite food? What's your favourite takeaway?
Ooh, now.
I know we've been weird with our food lately with, whatever, we won't go into it, but what is your favourite takeaway? Like, obviously, there's different places because where I live, where you live, when you grow up,
See,
everyone has different. Oh, I love it from here. I love it from there because it's just what you used to growing up. But
yeah.
what is your favourite type of takeaway and flavours? For example,
it's weird because it depends what mood I'm in. It can alternate. Depending on how I'm feeling.
Okay.
You know, sometimes I'm like, oh, I really fancy an Indian, and sometimes it'll be Chinese, and then sometimes on a rare occasion it'll be Thai.
Well, I've never had Thai food. I'm not really fussed.
I know if you weren't fussy, I'd take you to the Thai restaurant near here, but I feel like you're too fussy.
I am too fussy.
You don't like spicy, do you?
No. See, that's obviously they do Thai green curries and all that sort of stuff. But that's the thing. Like, I'm weird with curries. Like, I don't like a chip shop curry. I like a Chinese style curry. But if it's from a chip shop, I like Chinese style curry.
Yeah.
But like on fish and chips, for example, I couldn't have curry sauce on fish and chips, but you can.
Oh yeah, 100%. You got curry sauce, fish and chips.
No,
honestly,
I'd have gravy or beans. Because I think I'm like too much of a kid with food, like beans with my fish and chips.
You have fish chips, curry sauce, and then vinegar and a bit of salt on the top.
Well,
unreal. Right, what about this for concoction? See, my sister used to do this years ago, right? And people used to think she was weird for doing this. I don't think it's a bad combination. So she used to get chips, not from like a fish shop, just like if we were getting like, when we used to do a lot of like horse riding shows back in the day when we had horses. And like when you used to go to events, they would have like a little cafe and you get like cheesy chips.
Okay.
So she used to get cheesy chips,
right,
with gravy, vinegar and salt.
Well,
What do you think about that?
Well, I can see the appeal about it because, for example, you have a shepherd's pie with cheese on top and then gravy.
Yeah.
So the only difference is that it's chips that's fried, but it would go, yeah, of course.
Yeah, people just go, why are you putting vinegar on your cheesy chips and gravy?
Yeah, I can see that.
And I mean, it wouldn't look the best. It would be like literally melted cheese swimming in a pool of brown gravy.
But if we're talking about weird foods,
you have weird sauce combinations, and it makes me feel sick to my stomach. Tell them.
About what?
They need to hear your sauce combinations.
With the
You mix red and brown.
Yeah.
And then don't you put salad cream on it as well?
No. What are you talking about?
You told me a combination that you did before.
Right, so the weird combination I had before was mince and dumplings when I was a kid.
Oh, this is it, yeah.
With gravy, and I'd put salad cream on mince and dumplings.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so listen, I'm not the only one who's had that in the world.
To ruin a good meal.
No, but what was it I was thinking about? Yes, red and brown on that one. I forgot the other one.
I can't get the red and brown combination either. Like when we used to work together, we used to order breakfast from the canteen, and Jamie's order would always be like a sausage sandwich with red and brown.
Just a bit of each.
And I'd be putting it on for you, already offended that I was even doing it in the first place, but then Julie would look at you. Well, look at me doing it.
Well, she'd look at me as like 3 heads.
She'd be like, what are you doing to that?
You think it was her, the sauce was coming out of her own pocket. But when we talk about weird combinations, so I have vinegar, if I'm with Chinese, I have vinegar on my fried rice with salad cream.
Yeah, another combination I can't get away with.
But I don't know. No. You know, we couldn't afford air, so we had
don't.
growing up, so we had to just make do with what we got in the cupboards. But you know, like, you couldn't afford curry.
Don't, because it makes me sad every time you say that. Jamie has this thing where he makes me feel sad when he says,
"Listen,
we couldn't afford air when he was growing up."
We had to save up to be poor, so just let that.
We'll have to do a story time on that at some point. Your childhood growing up, where you did and stuff like that. You've got some good tales to tell about when you were younger.
Oh yeah. The ones that make you cry.
They do make me cry though, they're a bit sad.
Well, the tales. But yeah, so we pretty much have come to the end of our podcast for this one, haven't we?
I think we've waffled.
We've waffled.
Hope you've enjoyed it.
That, yeah. But
are we going to make this like a set thing?
We're going to try and make it as regular as possible. We can't guarantee it's every single week because, you know, we still have jobs at the end of the day. We still have stuff to do. And
we've already had family going, where's your podcast? because we didn't do one last weekend.
So for Yaz, we dedicate it to you.
Yes, sorry Yaz. Here it is. Here's the next one.
There's your mention.
Yeah, we've had a family saying, "Where is it?" We thought you have one every Sunday, so we've got promises to keep now. We've got people to please.
Yeah, if we're not kicking about, or if one of us is away or whatever, then obviously we can't do it. But we'll
always try to get a TikTok up though. We try balance the platforms, at least post on TikTok. If we're not on YouTube, we're on TikTok. So please go give us some love and follow us on TikTok. We'll leave the link in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe.
And like and comment.
Like and comment. Oh,
yeah,
God,
the comments do mean a lot actually, because it just means that engagement we have. You know, we're going to get a lot of new people every now and again, and people who work with me and whatever it is, but it is what it is.
It's been quite a weird feeling, that, hasn't it? Like, people that we work with have now started to find our social media, and like, it's that awkward stage of like people you know and watching your stuff, and you're like, but we've had some really good, like, we've had some really good feedback, and people actually have been really supporting, like, that was a great video, like, keep it up. So it's been really nice to have feedback. It's scary when people that you know, like, watch your stuff, because it's quite daunting, isn't it? It's easier for strangers to watch it than people you know. Yeah. Isn't it? I just find it's, I don't know.
Yeah, but you know,
awkward.
People prey on people's downfall. They're going to want to say negative stuff, but you know, it is what it is. That, you know, they live their life and I live mine. It is what it is. If they've watched it and viewed it, it's another view for us. So appreciate that.
Thanks. Just don't forget to like it.
Yeah. But you know, each to their own. If people don't like it, they don't have to watch it.
No, exactly.
It is what it is.
But it's nice to have that feedback from people and people that we don't know as well, to say keep it up, because it encourages us. So it's really nice of you. If you have commented, thank you.
So you know, if there's anything you want us to talk about, is there anything you want us to do, whatever it may be,
let us know. And we'll do it.
And yeah, like I say, we've got a few things coming to YouTube shortly with other bits and bobs. But yeah, we'll definitely vlog getting the RS3, and I might do a separate channel for that with you know, because lots of people around the world like cars. Not everyone's going to like everything we do, but you know, if it's out there, it's out there. But thank you very much for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Much appreciated, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.